This man can definitely do it. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hilarious Rob Schneider movie cameos. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on the hilarious moments when Rob Schneider briefly makes an appearance on the big screen, whether it's a traditional cameo or just a small role.
Rob Schneider is a carrot, rated PG-13.
Number 10, DRex, Little Man.
Hey there, boys and girls. It's Dinosaur Rex, your favorite prehistoric pal.
In this Keenan Ivory Wayans film, his younger brother Marlon stars as a tiny criminal named Calvin Sims. During his quest for a lost diamond, he comes across a jolly dinosaur at a backyard party. Only Rob Schneider's DRex doesn't impress Calvin, most notably because of his stench.
Entertain snotty-nosed kids in a crusty blue dinosaur suit that smell like sweaty armpits and baby urine.
And so, the man behind the costume emerges, a depressed figure struggling with financials and life after rehab.
I just got out of rehab.
Calvin's taunts don't go over well, though. And neither do the human dino's threats, even if Schneider's delivery is hysterical. So while a yard full of children look on, the two men battle it out, with Calvin managing to further get under poor DRex's skin.
Hey! Oh, you mine now! You mine!
Number 9, Erwin, Demolition Man.
You're out of toilet paper.
When Sylvester Stallone's Sergeant John Spartan awakens to a brave new world in Marco Brambilla's dystopian flick, bathroom etiquette has significantly changed. And Rob Schneider functions as a bit of comic relief when a question of 3 seashells arises.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
Complementing the snark of Sandra Bullock's Lieutenant Lenina Huxley, co-worker Erwin laughs heartily at Spartan's confusion, perhaps a bit more than appropriate for the workplace. It's a brief cameo, but one that Schneider sells with his character's exaggerated cackle. It's kind of funny to think that Stallone and Schneider would reunite just a couple of years later in Judge Dredd.
Should have gone out the window.
40 floors? It would have been suicide.
Maybe, but it's legal.
Number 8, Cedric the Bellhop, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Cedric,
Yes?
don't count your chips in public.
In Chris Columbus's holiday sequel, the mischievous Kevin McAllister winds up in Midtown Manhattan. And it's there he meets a peppy bellhop named Cedric. Portrayed by Rob Schneider during his Saturday Night Live prime, the character serves as the stooge in a double-act bit, opposite the more reserved concierge Mr. Hector, played by Tim Curry.
Do you know how the TV works?
I'm 10 years old. TV's my life.
And though Cedric has a few snarky lines here and there, he also appears in perhaps the most famous scene of Home Alone 2, one in which Kevin playfully intimidates the entire staff.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 to get your lousy, lying, low-down, four-flushing carcass out my door.
Given the massive success of the film, this role essentially introduced Schneider to mainstream audiences.
And there's plenty more where that came from.
Number 7, the San Francisco Hobo, Around the World in 80 Days.
Arms? You already got arms. It's money you need.
Over the years, Rob Schneider has appeared in several modest films directed by Frank Coraci. But this particular movie was produced by Walt Disney Pictures. Even so, all that money didn't make for a glamorous cameo for Schneider, as he plays a dirty Bay Area hobo. In fact, he's actually credited as San Francisco Hobo.
Cheer up, pal. You just gotta figure out what'll work for you.
Within the narrative, Steve Coogan's Phileas Fogg arrives solo in sunny California, which allows for a hilarious exchange with a man of the street, who has some words of wisdom about the power of a hobo's stench.
Now your stink is your most powerful weapon in your begging arsenal.
A conversation on flying men allows for even more slapstick, which makes for a genuinely comedic Disney moment, and a classic Schneider cameo.
Where are the flying men? Where are the flying men?
They're over there.
Number 6, Prince Habeeboo, Click.
Prince Habeeboo, drive red Lamborghini.
Within Frank Coraci's story of a business architect and his life-changing universal remote, there's a brash prince that briefly pushes Mike Newman's buttons.
Prince Habeeboo.
Habeeboo.
His name is Prince Habeeboo, a man with a red Lamborghini and quite the entourage. Oh, and he's also got a few suggestions for the design of his new restaurant, too.
No, Adrian. Just make bar longer for Prince Habeeboo.
For this role, Rob Schneider brought the laughs with some clever wordplay, and the makeup work of Click actually led to an Oscar nomination.
I love it. It is simply awesome.
It's not an obvious Schneider cameo, yet the average fan of Adam Sandler films can probably recognize the true identity of Prince Habeeboo right away.
I meant no disrespect, Prince Hubbada Hubbada.
Hubba Bubba.
Habeeboo! Habeeboo! Hubba Bubba is chewing gum.
Number 5, the Asian minister. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Hey, may I help you?
Before jumping into a contrived wedding, Chuck and Larry need to prepare for their big day. In one of his most unrecognizable cameos, Rob Schneider emerges as the happy-go-lucky Asian minister with his own unique style. He's a man easily amused by the faux couple's jokes. The comedy of this cameo is less about one-liners and more about the situation itself.
What? I never heard that one.
Of course, this Schneider role may not conjure up laughs for all demographics, as evidenced by the controversy it elicited from some critics. But it's yet another brief performance that allows Schneider to show off his comedic versatility.
Please exchange the links.
All right, take that.
Number 4, Salim the Taxi Driver. You don't mess with the Zohan. In America, a former Israeli soldier named Zohan fulfills his dream of becoming a hairdresser. And there, Rob Schneider's Palestinian cabbie named Salim recognizes him as the man who took his goat.
Gold? Gold! Gold!
And so, it's on. Salim plots to kill Zohan and enlists the mysterious Phantom for help. Throughout the film, Schneider's plotting character often transitions from aggression to playfulness within a matter of seconds, allowing for some hilarious fish-out-of-water exchanges in the setting and with the Phantom too. And though it's not a brief cameo, the relatively small role is still crucial to the overall narrative.
I get profits from store.
No.
Some profits.
No.
I get free yogurt when I come to store.
Okay, within reason.
Number 3, Not So, Big Daddy.
Fish?
Yeah.
Pony?
Yes.
In this Dennis Dugan flick, Adam Sandler plays a New York City bachelor that must grow up quickly after taking in a 5-year-old. And although a local delivery man named Notso doesn't exactly help with the boy's reading lessons, he does provide for some comedic relief.
Hip hop? Hip hop Anonymous?
Damn you! You gave him the easy ones!
For this minor role, Schneider's character actually comes to the aid of the protagonist in court, despite his odd analogies and personal revelations.
Oh, yes. They make terrific pair. They went together like lamb and tuna fish.
In fact, the not-so role was so well received by audiences that Schneider's character actually showed up again for a completely different narrative in the 2002 film Mr. Deeds.
Holy shit, it's a cat.
Number 2, Indian Chief, the Robber, Bedtime Stories.
My ancestors believe, for spirit, come down from mountain during time of fire, wind.
In this family movie starring Adam Sandler, a fantasy narrative emerges when a handyman named Skeeter Bronson begins telling bedtime stories. During one of these stories, he encounters Rob Schneider's Native American character, who references one of his most familiar cameo lines.
I can do it.
Incidentally, Schneider enthusiastically offers up a red horse named Ferrari, only to appear later on as a different character, a thief. With the hilarious line "free" being the focal line of comedic dialogue for both Schneider and Sandler, the meta sequence produces yet another quirky and memorable cameo.
I'll give you Ferrari for free!
Number 1, the Townie, the Waterboy.
You can do it!
Back in the late 90s, Adam Sandler evolved into a bankable movie star. And while The Waterboy didn't get great reviews, it did provide the first of many memorable Rob Schneider cameos with the Townie.
You can do it!
As a loyal supporter of a local named Bobby Boucher, Schneider's motivational line became a recurring theme over the years. First in 2000's Little Nicky,
You can do it!
and later in the 2005 football flick, The Longest Yard.
You can do it!
But it was The Waterboy that set the standard, with Schneider's ragtag character livening up each appearance with an impassioned delivery every time around.
You can do it! You can do it all night long!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.